Well, over here, we had a little bit of a warm-up.
A little bit of a warm-up,
Some
yeah.
snow, but guess what? We're dropping again tomorrow.
Hopefully it's just one day of that and maybe some spring-like temperatures afterward,
That
Greg.
would sound good, Greg.
It's definitely not going to last that long, this drop in temperatures, given the pattern is changing. And for the most part, all the way through next week, it's pretty quiet, really. The jet stream is going to go well to the north or well to the south, so it's going to keep us kind of westerly flow aloft, which keeps us pretty much mild, but quiet too, and that's the pattern too. The good news is we are in the coldest period of the year right now, and that's going to be ending probably as you get towards early February. That's when the average temperature is the lowest. It should be in the 20s, single digits. So once we get to about early February, it'll start then coming back up, and obviously it'll continue to rise slow at the beginning, but eventually all the way through about late June and early August. For tonight, we do have the snow, but it's pretty much ending. By the time we get to about 11, we should see a lot of that activity push south of Crawford County, Richland County, and Prairie du Chien, and that's pretty much it for really the snowfall. We'll see some clearing towards the morning hour, but still some areas of cloud cover. Temperatures are lowering back in the single digits. That doesn't take an effect the wind chill that'll be going on with this northwest wind. And the good news is there is going to be plenty of sunshine, especially towards the afternoon. On Thursday, unfortunately, that really won't change the temperatures that much. Wind speeds, they were kind of breezy right now, and through the early part of the night they will. By the time you wake up, they'll be back in that 10 to 15 mile per hour range, and then towards the afternoon they'll kind of lighten up a little bit too, but all in all they'll remain somewhat out of that direction, and that combined then gives you that wind chill that we're going to wake up to some wind chills that are going to be fairly cold, 15 maybe 20 below in the morning time. Given that wind, it'll be probably 10 to 15. Now the temperature will rise and the winds will lighten up, so by the time we get to noon, those wind chills will be in the single digits, and then in the afternoon probably above zero. Now it is going to be cold going into Friday morning. We'll have clear skies, but there won't be much wind, so the actual wind chill will be the temperature. So that's really, these are the lows going into Friday, then the wind chill. There's your highs for tomorrow. Definitely a drop from today, but nothing like we've had a couple days ago too, teens to upper single digits. And as we go into Friday's low, as I mentioned, a very cold night given that clear skies, but then going into Friday, we'll get those temperatures back up into the mid-20s. You see the arrows coming from the south. We do have south winds starting to pick up. There'll be another system very similar to one that kind of came through today, approaching once again. So that'll keep the temperatures up. And in fact, it'll probably keep the temperatures pretty steady going into Saturday or even rising. So you'll be mainly around 20 waking up for Saturday. You'll be back in the 30s going on pretty much Saturday, above freezing for a lot of locations, and it gets even better. Now we do have a warm front coming through. We might see a little bit of snow coming with it. Once again, similar, this thing's kind of racing through quickly, but overall we could see a little bit of snow with that, kind of similar to what we saw here, and maybe a little bit on Sunday given that. And you can see the temperatures behind that cold front on Sunday. They dip a little bit colder, but then they bounce back up. And next week, really, with the storm track to our northeast, we're going to have breezy conditions here and there, but milder conditions, and we likely will see some 40s here and there given that we have no snow cover. And I can't really see of anything even beyond potentially next weekend that's really significant weather-wise yet right now. So It's fairly quiet going even into the first part of February.
That sounds good.
Sounds fantastic.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Greg.